All right, let's talk about that forecast right now because, Lisa, it looks really active behind you.
Yeah, and it's only going to intensify here, Jamie and Aliana. Of course, good afternoon to you at home. Satellite and Doppler view showing some of that rain really starting to increase a little bit more so right now. So I want to zoom in across parts of Kitsap County. That's where we're seeing more of that moderate rain encompassing pretty much all of the county there, and more spotty across parts of King, even Snohomish County. But now we're seeing that rain entering parts of Magnolia and heading across parts of Edmonds. At least that's where it's tracking, right? So as we fast forward tomorrow, you can see that rain really encompassing parts of the coast. The reason I want to talk about this area is we have a lot going on here in the next 36 hours. So temperatures, you can see mid-upper 50s. Yes, widespread rain will continue. We are expecting that accumulation to range around 1/4 of an inch to about 3/4 of an inch. Wind speeds, by the way, 25 to 35 miles an hour, depending on where you are all along the coast. So we do have that wind advisory in place beginning tomorrow afternoon at around 12 o'clock and continuing until midnight tomorrow. Gusts are going to exceed 40 miles an hour, so it is going to be very windy along the coast, and it is going to be windy for the rest of us too. We've been talking about that, remember, over the last couple of days. Well, right along the coast, we also have a coastal flood advisory. This officially goes into effect tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., continues until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So really watching for high tide. That's when we have the opportunity to see some minor flooding. And speaking of flooding, zooming into Mason County, southern half of the Olympics there, that's where we're going to see that rain accumulating to around 2 to 4 inches in total. So that's where we definitely see those heavy downpours picking up. And because of that, we have a flood watch in place. Now, the rest of us, we are going to have some widespread rain. We're talking about 1/4 of an inch at least across parts of the Central Sound here. So zooming in, temperatures in the mid-upper 50s from Seattle, Burien, Renton, all the way into Redmond. Wind speeds here sustain around 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusts exceeding around 30 to 35 miles per hour at times. So yes, a little windy for you as well. Down across the South Sound, temperatures peaking upper 50s, lower 60s for the majority of the area. Widespread rain, we're talking about that accumulation ranging from about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, and those wind speeds sustained at around 15 to 25 miles an hour. Similar wind speeds up across the North Sound as those highs kind of peak in the mid and upper 50s here from Everett to Anacortes, and those wind speeds around 20 to 30 miles an hour as that accumulation ranges from 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. So very active tomorrow when it comes to the rain, when it comes to some of those gusty wind speeds picking up, and the temperatures pretty mild, similar to what we're seeing right now. But today we did top out around 61 degrees, which means we were about 5 to 10 degrees warmer today than where we were yesterday. Temperatures gradually starting to drop, but overall not too bad when it comes to those overnight lows. And there's the difference over the last 24 hours, about 6 degrees warmer at this time than when we were yesterday in Seattle, 7 degrees warmer at this hour compared to Everett. Now tonight, those temperatures, there they are, falling right into the lower 50s, Tacoma all the way into Everett. Overall, pretty mild tonight, but as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, we are going to see some cooler weather headed our way. We're talking about highs now in the lower 50s, upper 40s by the end of the weekend, as we, don't forget, turn those clocks back, right? And then by next week, cloud cover in place, chilly, overnight lows nearing the 30s, but just kind of bottoming out in the lower 40s there. And we just really have to watch out for those wind speeds tomorrow, as we can expect some widespread rain. And that is a look what we can expect.